And I would imagine after they play the Shigoran, we'll see the same pattern we saw at the other levels. And sure enough, 64% of players here opting for Jabava. The Richter Veresov Attack is absolutely in shambles. And just to show you how crazy this is, I'm just going to quickly go back and forth between 2025 and 2020. In 2020, 31% of people were still playing for the Veresov, as opposed to 15% at the same rating range today. Kind of incredible, really. The final thing I'd like to quickly go over is opening trends at the very top level. I'm going to set my filters to 2500 and above. At this rating, you'll mostly find titled players, and while there is much less data here, of course, there are some very interesting trends I wanted to point out. First of all, D4 actually falling more players opting for the Caro. This has been a trend for a while, but it's all the way up to 14% this year compared to 10% of players opting for the French. Usually these numbers are a lot more similar, but everything else looks to be about the same. And the same trend we saw in the other levels is not alive at the top level. The Spanish is in fact more popular for the first time than it was in previous years. The Italian has also gained some popularity alongside the Three Knights game. I want to say that Belgrade's been a little bit trendy lately, but I'm not quite sure, so maybe that's why. But most importantly, in my opinion, is there are way less players opting for the Scotch now. Part of me wonders if this is due to its prevalence at the other levels. There are some very interesting trends at the top level in D4. The first thing I want to note is that the London is dead. It has gone from 10% of games played to 6% in 2025, and it is not scoring very well either. I would imagine at this point in the internet, everyone's pretty booked up against the London. I would imagine this is no exception if you're literally a Grandmaster level player. And instead, we've seen a huge increase in players opting for the Queen's Gambit, and once again, for Knight F3. But this time, if we follow, they don't really play for the Kale Zukertort. Instead, the more common line that we're seeing seems to be the Catalan. And if you've been watching any top level chess lately, that should be no surprise. The final thing to note is that the expert level are also being contrarians. This is previous years, with Knight C3, with less at the top level opting for it in 2025. I assume like the London's become slightly predictable, and although it's a new opening, I feel like most people are pretty booked up against the Jabava London now. And let's see if the experts are putting a nail in the coffin of the Veresov Attack. 14%. Brutal. Let me know if this was helpful in the comments, and if you'd like more like this, don't forget to like the video. Thank you so much for watching.